I've got 3 grand left. I just under 3 grand.
We literally haven't even done the kitchen or bathroom or anything, John.
I know.
How have we overspent that much?
We're John and Molly, and this is vlog number 2.
We're showing you a full house tour on where we're at 1 year on. So when it was time to remortgage on our first home, temptation got the better of us and we decided to see what other properties were out there. With a quick Google search, John came across this house for sale and it had somehow stayed off-grid, not on the likes of Rightmove and Zoopla, and at this point it had been on the market unoccupied for over a year.
We decided to do what every couple probably does. We did a drive-by, then took it to another level. We had a sneaky look through the windows and crept around like we were going to rob the place. So it was inevitable. We did the right thing. We bought the house. We bought the house. We bought the house.
Yeah. And as they say, the rest is history.
Starting in the living room, the major issue here was the bouncy floors.
As well as that delightful fireplace, gorgeous carpet, and those smoke-stained wallpaper walls.
Moving on to the kitchen, we had big plans in here.
We want to knock the space through to the dining room to get rid of the galley kitchen and make it a big family zone and centre of the house. The utility needs work.
Never mind that, check out my garage to gym transformation. You can see this in our first vlog where we take this dark and dingy garage and turn it into a professional home gym.
Enough of that, let's head outside. As you can see, there's great potential in this area and we've got some stunning views that we can't wait to embrace. This is the dining room where we'll be knocking through so we can have much more civilised meals than that one.
Downstairs, Lou. Hey!
Sorry!
You can see that space needs some love. Dexter leads the way, let's have a look at the bedrooms.
Oh, what's with the locks on the outside?
Creepy.
Not as creepy as this interior.
Loads to do, but loads of potential.
If you want an idea of what we've got planned and our interior style, why not take a look at this tour of our first home?
For us, this was the perfect starter home, as most of the work was cosmetic.
As you can see, some of the colour choices and design elements are more pared back. This is because we knew it wouldn't be a forever home, but it was a great way to discover our mid-century style and our passion for maximalist touches throughout your home.
It's safe to say here that if it was left to me, we probably never would have moved.
You just needed a little bit of a shove. In this house we learnt some great skills, painting all the interiors, laying vinyl floor, wallpaper in the bedroom and also tiling. We just felt like we needed a bit more of a challenge.
So it was time to step up our DIY game. Back to the new house, let's talk first impressions, and here's the progress on the hallway. What a winner! We've got experience in stripping wallpaper, and in fact we had to strip wallpaper like this in pretty much every single room of the house.
It's worth saying here that that wallpaper stripper was definitely worth the investment.
So wallpaper stripped, we did a quick little whitewash of this hallway, freshened it up.
Ready for our design choices in the near future. As you can see, the hallway is far from finished, but we did go a bit wild and decided to update the stairs. Now, a few people might freak out because you might look and think, there's no primer on, but we did get a special paint that meant we didn't need to put primer down as well. So it made the job a little bit easier because it was just 2 or 3 licks of this colour and it's holding up quite nicely. Obviously you can see we've left the gap down the centre because we're going to be adding a really fun runner. We really love the Tibetan tiger prints that you see everywhere, and I think a lot of you will probably know the gorgeous House of Hackney rugs that you can get. We just think it's going to make this hallway a really cool, exciting, impactful space, which I think you can get away with in a hallway because it's not a room that you're going to sit in and be in forever. So why not have some fun, embrace the colour, and when your guests walk in, make them go, wow.
And then Molly thought it was a good idea to pick my brain.
So how much do you reckon it'll be for a new boiler? Seeing as you know what prices of everything.
Last house it was 1800, wasn't it? Or was it a bit more?
No, that's about right.
New boiler, relocate it. That was 5 years ago, wasn't it? 2 grand?
Yeah, something like that.
Budget for £2,000. So £2,000 electrician for £6,000. I have lots of money left. Let's hope she doesn't hold me to that.
Meanwhile, we had bigger problems to deal with.
Bouncy, bouncy, oh, such a good time.
Let's see what's causing those bouncy floors. So we're going to cut through some of these boards. We'll cut it at the joist so we've got somewhere for them to screw back down to when we're done. I'm going to cut across the tongues because they are tongue and groove, prise a few of the boards up and see what's going on. Wait for it. And the problem lies there. That gap definitely needs addressing. In fact, it was like that pretty much all the way along.
So while they work out the best plan of action for the floors, let me talk you through the interior choices for the living room. The main thing we wanted to do in here was create a structured area which will be shelving come a media unit so we can store all our items and have a cool gallery wall behind. The colour scheme, as you can see, is rich and orange, and we want to use heat as well as travertine by Little Green Paint.
And the verdict on the floor? So the good news is the joists are sound, there's no signs of rot there, they're basically just flexed up off the wall below. You can even see where they're flexed up before, where people have put packers underneath. We're going to use sister joists, like small sections of a joist screwed to the existing joist, down to the wall to bridge the gap, and hopefully it'll take out the bounce.
Bouncy, bouncy, shoes all in the line.
So we've had the electrician round, we've just received the quote, and unfortunately it is a few grand more than we initially anticipated. We are going to need a full rewire, but now's the time to do it before we start the interior decoration, and the house is going to be a lot better spec for it. Let's see how good John's guesstimates were.
You know, you were so confident about the boiler and electrician prices.
Yeah.
So we've got the quotes back. Which one do you want to hear first?
Boiler.
Boiler. So what did you think it was going to be?
Number 2.
Just for 2. More like 3.
It's not too bad though, is it?
Well, no, it's not. But
what we want, but I guess we're having it moved out. So
yeah, we want the fancy thermostat as well, don't we?
About 4, didn't I?
Yeah, you're way out there. How much do you reckon?
Oh, 4 an hour. What can it be?
Whole house, new fuse box and everything.
Yeah.
Loads of new lights putting in, changing all the switches, adding sockets. You think how much we change every room?
What if I give him a hand? Maybe like 5.
8. Yeah.
8 grand.
Yeah. But it's because we want all those fancy sockets and everything. Okay. And if we want to add all outside lights and floodlights and all that.
Right. Let's hope I can redeem myself in the kitchen. So if you see in the kitchen, obviously this entrance will be blocked up. For aesthetic reasons, if you're coming with me, we want to make sure that any cupboards, fridge, freezers, whatever that goes into this space here is floor to ceiling and in line. But if you do that for aesthetic reasons, obviously, you do lose this 30cm foot deep section here will be behind. Now, although we'll be the only ones who would know about that, it seems like a waste of space. However, if I zoom out and we go into downstairs loo, I think we can gain this space back here. So, perfect to take all that back, and you can have shelving, a shelving unit in there, a cupboard. You can put all your things away, you know, everyone's got things like brushes and cleaning products, bodies that they want to get rid of. Put them in there. And with the builder booked in, it was time to knock through these walls, take out this window and make way for the French doors. Day 1 from the builder, there's only 1 day this week, knocking out the window to make way for French doors. Let's look at what he's done. Okay, boarded. That's all we can see obviously from the inside. Let's go have a look outside, I'll show you a photo. Well, that was a bit disappointing. Let's hope day two's a bit better. Evening everybody, let's see what the builders have been up to. Blocking that one, and ooh, the wall is out. Wow. Man, I can't believe how much bigger it feels than I thought it was going to do actually. Let's turn it around. Oh, look at that, and obviously half the room is still blocked with a dust cover. Oh, it's going to be epic.
Another little bonus today is the wonderful Bazza came. We've got a little skinny radiator. So that is going the other end of the living room. This is where the French doors will be. So just for a little bit of bonus heat as soon as we took out the little radiator that was under the window. Score! So the Reno life is not for the faint-hearted. It can be a lot moving stuff around and the constant mess, and sometimes you really do need an escape.
So it's a good idea to get some fresh air, and with views like that, you don't need to go far. So whilst we are out here, let us show you the garden we had at our old house.
We love a jungle tropical vibe, so we're hoping to create something just as wild and magical on a bigger scale at the new house.
Listen to the sound of nature.
Is that William the donkey?
All we've done here is replace this gate to make it a bit more secure, and we're just maintaining the grass and weeds until funding allows. So if you remember, this entryway was blocked up for the steel to sit on. It's now plasterboarded, ready for plastering. Go through, and ooh, the beam is in and plasterboarded as well. And here, before, where we thought we'd have what they call a little nib stuck out 5 centimetres, looks like it can be clean to the wall. How good's that? We thought it was going to be stuck out about a foot. Yeah, looking good. All sort of ready for plastering. This is now our new kitchen cum diner. Oh yeah.
Meanwhile, it was time to crack on with our shelving cum media wall in the living room.
Molly!
Tell me about it, Stir.
So first things first, it's important to make sure that any foot plates and ceiling plates are screwed to the joists.
Wait a second, what about costs?
Well, for a structure the size that we're going to make, the wood, the plasterboard, probably talking £300 to £400. So if you're willing to give it a go yourself, you're probably going to save quite a lot on labour. And luckily, as we put ourselves out on Instagram, the cost to us was nothing.
John?
Yeah. And with the stud work done, it was time for plasterboarding.
And there's the last piece on.
Since then, we have plastered and mist coated this, but we'll show you that in another video. Man, it's awesome to see our ideas coming together. Still can't believe we made this. Absolutely love it. So it just goes to show, doesn't it, that if you give it a go, something new, not just a sense of achievement, but you can really save yourself some money. Well, it'd be nice if we could see the view.
Well, watch this space.
Winter is coming.
Hold the door! Hold the door! Hold the door!
Oh, the door.
We can't get over how good this looks already.
Yep.
Then we were back to looking at colours and deciding on the final colour scheme for the living room with the media wall and shelving.
Nice neutral that I think would mix in really nice, that bright orange.
So that's for the media one.
That's the media wall.
Nice. Some mould.
Yeah.
I've just done the budget. And obviously bearing in mind all the major building work's done, so like the electrician's bin.
Yeah, realised done.
I've got £3,000 left. I just had a £3,000.
But look, we literally haven't even done the kitchen or bathroom or anything, John.
No.
How have we ever spent that much?
So with the boiler, the building work and the rewire, things weren't looking good. Then this happened.
This week here on The Breakfast Show, we've been giving you the chance to win a £10,000 Wix Fix to sell. And our winners are Ollie and John!
That's right, we won £10,000 to spend at Wix.
New kitchen incoming.
Next time at the Jolly Reno.
It's gonna fit.
I hope so. We have a full-on week installing our free kitchen.
We found some bodge jobs around the house. The kitchen is almost the space of our dreams.
And we finished not one, but 2 bedrooms.
See you soon!